Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in. This is Dallas Church, and today I wanted to show you, so here in my greenhouse I have all my orchids and all my plants, and it's pretty humid in here, and it's a little bit sunny right now. It's probably maybe like 80 degrees in here. It's getting pretty warm, so I went ahead and opened up the door to let out most of the warm air. And while I was in here, I said, you know, I might as well make an update of my Habenaria Radiata corms. So anyways, if you didn't watch my other video, I will post that in the link of how I planted these, and also the video link of where I bought them from, and also, well, the video containing where I bought them from, including the unboxing. So I will go ahead and put that in the description link below, so make sure to check that out. Anyways, so in here I have my corms, and you can see I placed in Akadama. Oh, not Akadama, excuse me, Canyuma. I'm thinking of bonsai soil. Sphagnum moss, Canyuma, and then sphagnum moss again, Canyuma, and then more Canyuma. Just to top it off and make it look pretty. So, anyways, it seems to be doing quite well. I'm not seeing any root development though, but it's only been like a week and a half, or if that. So I'm just gonna see how it's doing. I like to take sneak peeks. I know I'm not supposed to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm just gonna clear away most of this material. See if I can find something. Oh! What is that? Let's see that. Oh, that's it right there. That is a sprout, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that. Wow. And you can see right there on the bottom, on the base of the green, you can see like a little protrusion. That is a root. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. That's amazing. It's doing so well, and I'm sure there's more out there. I mean, because I planted like 4 around it, and then this one in the middle, so I'm sure they're all doing the same thing. They're all in the same boat. I planted them all at the same time, and they should be at the same stage as this one, maybe even better. So the roots, from what I can tell, are not developed yet, but they are just starting to come in. So let me go ahead and focus in on that again. Right there, you can see it. Anyways, yeah, so I'm very excited about that. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen here. Wow, that's amazing. So right now I'm keeping it like up here where it can get a little bit of sunlight. More orchids, excuse the mess. These are all rescues. So yeah, this is basically where I keep it. It's pretty good lighting in here. It gets probably a lot of morning sun and then a little bit of afternoon sun. There's 2 palm trees, one here and one here, so it shades off most of the greenhouse. And basically, it just gets plenty of sunlight, and I always make sure it stays nice and moist. We do not want it drying out. Habenarias and basically every kind of terrestrial orchid hates to be extremely dry, especially if they're from bogs, like the radiatas are. So yeah, I make sure to keep it nice and wet. This is my humidifier. I have it going basically only at nighttime. In the morning, I usually water my plants anyway, so then it gets nice and humid. I don't really need to run this because the sun will just precipitate, well, not precipitate, but evaporate all of the water that's accumulated from all my plants. So that's pretty much it. And I also need to give a shout out to the Orchid Society for giving me all these beautiful, amazing little orchids, my little babies. They're doing very, very well. I bought them for like $4, and I got like 15 of them, and then I paid another $4, and I got another like 10 or 15, and then plus I got this. All these little dendrobiums. And then one was in bloom right down here, but as you can see, it's starting to fade. And another bloom over there, which is about to open, but seems to be doing quite well. I need to take them out of this packing material, so then I could probably pot them up, but I'm going to have to get some potting soil, or potting mix for them, not soil, excuse me. And this is the other one I replaced over here, so then you could see it. But this orchid's doing pretty well too. Yeah, it's pretty good. Good roots. I repotted this in like a bark media, very fine grade, probably about not even dime size, smaller than that. And it seems to like this media a lot better. And down here, oh, sorry, I know this video was just about the Radiata, but I'm just giving you a little tour real quick. And down here, we have one of my favorites. This one I also repotted in that media. This one is the Tida King's Caroline Zebra Orchid. Don't know if I made a video of that. I think I did. Yeah, so the roots are doing really good. Not drying out, making sure to keep it nice and moist. Yeah. Oh, and then I also have a little pineapple in here that I saved from Trader Joe's. They were selling it for like $8, but this one was getting sick. And so I bought it for like, what was it, like $2, $3? They put it on sale for some reason. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And I just go ahead and water all my plants and making sure they're all nice and healthy. I can tell most of them are starting to get a little dry, but this one looks pretty good. Bark usually need to water a little more frequent. So, I'm probably going to have to go ahead and water. You know what, I might as well do that now. Oh, and down here I have a little Cattleya. Not doing so well, but I do have one stalk left. It didn't survive well over the winter. I left it outside of my other greenhouse, which wasn't heated, and that's what happens. So, let's go ahead and water here. What I like to do is I like to just get all this wet. This is just a temporary thing before I start to actually go ahead and repot them and water them properly. This is just to moisten them because they're in that newspaper, and who knows what it's going to do to those roots. And these are brand new, so I just wanted to keep them in here to see if they adjust to the climate, and it seems like most of them are. Usually when they drop a couple leaves, it's fine, but if they start like completely dying, that's not a good sign. There's one in the back there. So I can get that one. I'm gonna have to come back and rewater. These need some extra attention. And then we're just gonna get this one over here. This one's another one of my favorite dendrobiums. This one I got from the Orchid Society. I forgot to mention it. I forgot what it's called. It's like chocolate something. I can't really remember. Really nice orchid though. It's really pretty. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, much better. I like this one though. It's almost done. So I'll have to wait another year for it. I'm not seeing any new growths though, so that's unfortunate. Maybe because the flowers are blooming. That could be the reason. Alright, let's continue watering. Do a little bit here. On the other side as well. Make sure, oh, okay. So this is good. Good thing I messed up because I want to show you guys. Okay. So right here, you can see I got water all over here, and it went inside of the center of the crown. And what you want to do is you want to just tip it like this, and it should get rid of most of the water. But if not, I like to just blow on it so that it could just run down the side of the leaf, because you do not want water to accumulate in here. We'll go ahead and do that later. So, but anyways, just a good note there. Just in case you get water there, make sure to get rid of it, because you will have crown rot. Another one of my dendrobiums. That one is not a Nobly. I forget which one that is. Nobi Splash, I think. Alright. This one definitely needs water. The other ones with sphagnum moss, I wouldn't bother watering them until maybe, probably like next week, because like I just watered them yesterday and they seem pretty wet to me, so I don't think I'm going to need to soak them. But a good misting should do, so I'll come back in with the hose. Okay, now last but not least, I wanted to show you how I water my my Habenaria Radiatas. So with this, I just like to carefully water around the edges of the pot, and then eventually go into the center, and then start going back into the circle motion again. Because you want to make sure all of that moss is getting wet. There we go. And plus, since we have new roots coming in, we want to make sure that they're nice and wet. And because if it's dry at all, those roots will not develop, and the plant will be very unhealthy and will most likely die on you over the summer. So, just make sure to get nice and wet. Good. Just like that. Now, if we look here, let me set the pot down, the watering can. If we look here, you can see that all of the moss is basically getting wet, and you can see all the water running down. That's good. You want it to just make sure, to drain it properly like this by tipping it. You don't want it to over-accumulate with water because it will start to rot. And this should be fine. As long as you put the can humid down here, the water should just seep right through. I'm using a typical orchid pot. It seems to do the trick. Other pots seem to not have as much aeration and basically water seepages because it seems to build up more water and rot my bulbs. So I usually go with the orchid pots. But with the downside is you gotta water more. But hell, I come out here all the time and I like to water, so it's my thing. So, doesn't bother me any, so I'm fine. Now, I did break the pot back here, so I'm gonna fix it probably with like some tape or something, but the water seems to run right through, so I don't think I need to really bother with it. Seems to be doing well on its own devices. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I really have to say about this update. Not too much to videotape or recap on. So I will go ahead and leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to check out my other sites, such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all of them. Just go ahead and check them out. Like me, follow me, do what you gotta do. I'll understand. I'll be posting some pictures later and this video upload, so don't forget to keep subscribing and keep liking my videos to stay tuned for more. And I shall see you all later. Thank you very much for watching, and happy growing.